Will Funko financially recover from this?
Wasn't that a meme?
Yeah, it was that gator guy or alligator guy or monkey guy or kitty cat guy, Tiger King.
Oh yeah, Tiger King.
That's it. Remember when that show was really popular in 2020?
Yeah.
Remember 2020?
Yes, but I don't want to.
Remember Animal Crossing?
I never played it. You always hogged the Switch.
Remember the pandemic?
Yeah.
Remember when the pandemic f***ed up Funko really bad and they couldn't bounce back from it?
Yeah.
So there's an article going around that says Funko plans 30% reduction in products. Now this is something that we've discussed before in great detail. However, one thing we didn't discuss are the losses. Listen to this. $73 million loss for Q2, and it notes that it's worse than the loss in Q1, which was $61.1 million.
Oh my goodness.
Funko's losing money fast. Did I tell you I have a little bit of stock in Funko?
I do too. I actually just bought more. That might have been a bad move.
Well, you always buy when it's low. Oh my God! It's down to $6.30. I think that is the lowest it's ever been since I've had stock. It was down $2.46 today. I bet you it had something to do with this article that's been going around, because the article went around about 2 days ago. So we want to know, will Funko be able to become Funko once again? Because now they're cutting back heavily on all the things that they do, to include the product lines, which we've already covered, and SKUs. And Heather, what are SKUs?
Well, SKUs are the numbers that make up a product.
Right, so that means that...
Hold on, I should probably, Google that.
What do you mean I said right? Like you know what the f*** you're talking about. What are you doing?
I just want it to sound more smarter. So a SKU is a stock keeping unit, SKU. It is a scannable barcode most often... It is a scannable barcode most often seen printed on product labels in a retail store. The label allows vendors to automatically track the movement of inventory.
And you said I can't read. Did you hear yourself?
This is a SKU. It has individual numbers that are unique to each product.
Did you know when SKUs first came out, there were people who thought that SKUs were satanic? Because apparently, SKUs all add up, I think, to 666 or something?
No, they don't.
It's something like that. There's some weird thing that goes on with SKUs. Look up SKUs and 666. Look that up.
Why the barcode will always be the mark of the beast.
See?
Hold on. An urban legend arose. Warning gullible types, gullible.
Okay.
That the number 666 was hidden in each barcode.
Yes.
But it's not.
But apparently it is. Hold on. There is 1-6 in this barcode. If that ain't proof, I don't know what is. Don't you look like a stupid piece of sh**. What's on your face?
A pimple.
Oh, I thought it was your food. I thought it looked like barbecue sauce. I was like, you're going very deep in this video with that barbecue sauce on your face. All right, let's get back on topic. We were too busy talking about SKUs and 666.
Excuse me? Can we get back on topic? Did you see what I did?
I did see that.
Excuse me?
Okay, so one thing I do want to mention. Okay! So basically this article says that Funko is and they'll never bounce back, and they suck, and they're horrible, and it's the worst ever, and they're gonna have less SKUs and less product lines, and everything is horrible, and the place is on fire. That's what it says.
What is it that you learned from that article that we didn't already know?
The amount of losses, because for whatever reason...
They said it on the Q2
I don't think I paid attention to that, because
I did.
You weren't even around. You were gardening or something.
I was there. I was chopping down a tree first of all.
Of course you were gardening.
That's not gardening. I was shut up. I was there for that part of the call.
Okay, whatever. I'd never pay attention to any numbers.
No.
All I knew is that Funko wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the recorded losses were like that high. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I wish I had enough money to say that I lost $73 million and everything's still okay. Can you imagine losing $73 million?
Sales were down 24% from $316 million in Q2 2022 to $240 million in Q3 2023. From 316 down to 240.
316?
3 6s?
No, 3 6.
The SKU thing is back. And if you're gullible, you're gonna believe that.
316. That's stone cold.
Oh my God! 316 is also from the Bible. Where's this video going?
Everything's weird here.
Okay, so one thing we do know is that Fright Night's not happening at New York Comic Con this year. Thank God.
Yeah, my legs are still hurting from standing all night. And my throat, a little parched. Didn't get any water there.
Thank God they're not having it because it was a disaster, but I imagine it has a lot to do with this whole thing.
The rumor is Fright Night's not happening this year. However, I think a lot of it has to do with the location that they held it at, because even though it was not the best experience, I have been defending the hell out of it because I liked the show. I liked what they were trying to do.
Oh my God, you're gonna bore me. I just want to end the video.
I just feel like what happened there had to do with the way that Funko was forced to run it.
No.
And I feel like
it was poorly planned.
I feel like if they found a better venue that allowed them to do what they wanted, then they would have Fright Night.
Okay, well anyway, Fun Days happened and you saw how that went.
Can we not talk about that?
Horrible chicken sandwiches. They put out Funko Pops and sodas with the wrong numbers on them. And no one ever talked about the sodas. We talked about the Funko Pops having the wrong numbers, but how about the sodas? Is it because nobody cares about the sodas?
What do you mean? What happened with the sodas?
The sodas also have number issues.
Do they?
I believe so.
The Dustin in the in-person box and the at-home box had the same exact number.
It did?
Yes.
I just want to be angry at them. So if you could just let me lie a little bit, I'd really appreciate that. Like, just let me make up. Let's just do that now. Let's just make up stuff. Who cares? Does it even matter anymore?
We can't. They're
making up. Who cares? Look at the NFT stuff. The up numbers on the Fun Days Pops. Who cares? It just doesn't even matter anymore. None of this matters. We can just do whatever we want.
You do have a good point.
Funko's being run by a penguin. Did you hear about that? And by the way, I hear they have a very high amount of money in fish.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny you say that because...
It's because the penguins run things. I don't know if you got that or not.
No, I get it. But I had my suspicions. Lunsford? That is a penguin name. That's the name of their new CEO.
His name is Lunsford?
Yeah, Mike Lunsford.
You know he's totally wearing a bow tie as a penguin. You know he is.
Oh, yeah.
Can they fly? They can't fly.
No, they can't.
Okay, let's get back on topic.
They swim?
I know, so like a torpedo. They get eaten like a motherfucker, though, by killer whales. You see the killer... Oh my God, it's a slaughter.
That's
you ever see it?
not good.
I saw this video where this killer whale came in and just whipped just penguins everywhere. I mean, it was like a propeller coming in and just wiping out all sorts of penguins. There were penguins in the atmosphere. It was unbelievable. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
He had them all in his mouth. I think there's one in his blowhole. He didn't give a
wow.
whatever it took to wipe out as many penguins as possible. It was a penguin holocaust. He did not give a
Can we just laugh for a second about how many people are going to be super pissed that we get off topic? Because that happens sometimes. People don't have the attention span to like listen to jokes. Like they're too boring to laugh.
Yeah.
And they get really mad when we like around and don't give them information right now really fast the way that they want it.
It's fine. We're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun, so shut the up.
So my question that we opened with was, will Funko survive this? Will they financially recover? And I don't know about that. And I wondered, like over the last couple of days, I'm thinking about everything that's happened and all this bad news coming out. Will we ever see Fun Days ever again? I mean, that's a real possibility of it never happening. I'm not seeing much from Funko right now. Have you noticed that? Ever since the whole blow up with the Fun Days Funko Pops, they've seemed to keep pretty quiet. I did notice that they're sharing stuff on Instagram.
A little bit.
But nothing major, no major videos or announcements or anything like that.
Can we talk about the lack of NFT announcements?
I think that has something to do with them getting rid of their art team. Like,
it might.
They might not have enough people to keep up with their old scheme of doing it like every other week or whatever they were doing. Remember, it was twice a month.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Now they cut way back. Now they're giving stuff away. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's a whole other video. We'll talk about that later. But they're giving stuff away. We'll discuss it in a later video. But Funko isn't, like, going crazy. They're not talking about all the things. Maybe we'll see more when New York Comic Con starts coming up.
I hope so, because New York Comic Con typically has, like, the best pops of the year, in my opinion.
And did you see Willie drop today? He's been in, like, unknown territory for now a couple years.
They probably just dug him up at the Arizona warehouse.
Is he even still up right now?
Probably.
Get out of here. He can't be. People were waiting for it. They were excited. He's still up.
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe this.
It's a mess right now. Things are really, really rough. One big thing that you haven't mentioned yet in that article was they talked about larger retailers not wanting Funko products inside their store.
Oh, see, that's really bad. If Walmart doesn't want you, oh my God.
That's like embarrassing.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Walmart carries so much crazy shit.
Have you ever seen the clothing in there? Every shirt is made for SpongeBob SquarePants.
And the prints are always like slightly shifted.
Oh, and the material feels like burlap sack. You know, talking about shirts that feel good though.
Oh God, we're really doing this?
MISCHIEFtoys.com. You can go buy yourself some shirts right now and they feel way better than a burlap sack, baby. You can get yourself some ghostly, ghastly shirts. We got the haunted house shirt that's like all line work. The thing's badass. Then we also have the I Ain't Afraid No Ghastly shirts. We got more of those pins up, by the way, on the website right now. We only have a handful. There's not much left.
Yeah, the I Ain't Afraid of No Ghastly. And you forgot the best part about the shirts. Not only are the designs fucking amazing, but the shirts and the hat glow in the dark.
Oh, come on, Heather. Talk to me dirty and talk to me dirty very hard.
The shirts, they glow in the dark.
I don't know how I feel about what you just did. So go buy yourself a new shirt. I will be buying many of them. Also the hat. Go buy your stuff, MISCHIEFtoys.com. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome.
Someone got really mad at us the other day because we talked about how Funko was sucking, but then we talked about how Mischief Toys is amazing.
Yeah.
They called us nasty.
I love it when you call me nasty. Heather always says, you're a nasty boy.
Chris often calls me Miss Jackson because he's nasty. That's a Janet Jackson reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but
Miss
that's
Jackson,
cool.
if you're nasty.
Anyway, Funko's a mess, and Mischief Toys is a very good spot right now, and you should totally go buy from Mischief Toys because we're a small company, and Funko sucks. You think he's going to be pissed about that?
Oh, yeah. What do you think caused Funko's
Demise?
decline Q2 of this year versus last year?
Well, that's because they made way too much product, and people caught on to that last year, making them purchase less this year.
Why are people purchasing less?
Because they want limited pieces, or they want pieces that aren't limited to 40,000.
A lot of people will wait until things go on clearance because it's inevitable at this point because Funko makes too much. So
Five
people,
Below.
Yeah, people hold off on purchasing their Funko products.
Ollie's.
Because they go on clearance.
Burlington.
Yeah.
They were trying to do good things though, but putting stuff on clearance. That's what Funko was trying to do. They're like, we can't get rid of this stuff. Let's send it to these stores and we'll be able to sell it through these stores in a cheapy way. It made them look cheap. It made them look like Walmart.
So a big focus of that call and of this article is them reducing SKUs. In the call, they mentioned a lot about the product lines. We speculated that that'll include the golds, possibly games. I hope not, but it's possible. We also speculated that it could possibly include rewinds, but rewinds are so new that I don't feel like that's going to happen, at least not now.
They're not that popular though. People don't care about them. I think Funko is willing to wipe out anything that doesn't make them any profit anymore. And They're going to limit the amount of SKUs, and they're going to limit the amount of lines, and they're going to keep it very clean cut, and they're going to take it back to the old school days of Funko. I think that's what they want to do. They want to go old school, and I think that's a good idea.
So do you think it's just limiting lines, or do you think they're going to stop producing so much as far as overwhelming their fan base?
Yes.
Because I don't even know what's going on in the anime world, because I remember we got anime just constant anime reveals for a while, and it was like they were redoing characters that they had already done in like slightly different poses or with like slightly different colors or whatever, and things were getting really crazy for a while. It was like if they dropped every single Batman pop that they've ever made, but like all at once. Like, it's very overwhelming what they do.
It is overwhelming, but it kind of pushed collectors in this spot where they buy what they like instead of buying everything. Because there for a while, the amount that Funko was making, they weren't really overwhelming us like 3 or 4 years ago. And remember, we were buying like pretty much anything. It didn't even matter at one point in time.
Yeah.
We were buying like every single San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But what's happened now is that people's homes are filled. I think that's another component of all of this that not many people think of. We personally have too many.
Yeah, we have to be incredibly selective if we want anything. And to be honest with you, our entire attic is full. And if you don't go up there, I'm divorcing you.
We're surrounded in a bunch of things right now, a bunch of Funko Pops. So I think that people have overwhelmed themselves with the product because it is a cheap product. It's easy to collect. It's easy to go out and buy, say, all of the Avengers line or something, you know, back when it came out. You can go and buy the Infinity War line when it finally hits shelves. You buy them all. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Then you get them all, and then it's like, that movie's over. Here's Endgame. And you're like, oh, Endgame. And you go and buy all them.
Endgame had like a gazillion characters.
And then after that's over, then they're like, hey, remember that Spider-Man movie? And you're like, oh yeah, I like that movie. Here's all the Pops. And you're like, oh, and then you're going to GameStop and you're going to Target, you're buying them all. And then by the end of it, you have an attic that's full and a wife that's crying.
Life sucks.
You said that very straight-faced. But I think that's a part of it, though. I think that people have purchased way too much, and now people are just inundated with this stuff. I would tell people right now, if you're a Funko Pop collector and you love Funko, or you like Funko, you've collected over the years, but it's like, I need to give them a break. Things are really messy right now. What do? I would suggest sort of parting ways with some of the Funko Pops that you no longer want, making room for other collectibles, and try looking into other collectibles. Like I collect Hot Toys. Ghastly from Mischief Toys. You kind of make space for these various collectibles, because back when Funko, Pop started coming around, that was like the birth of people making shrines in their rooms in their houses.
Not really. People had wacky wobblers and they were crazy about
I know,
those.
but I'm saying like became more popular to do that.
Yeah.
But when Funko Pops came out, they're so cheap you could just go out, like I said, and just buy a ton of them, and before long, your whole house is full of them. Mm-hmm. So it's a blessing and a curse, Funko. I love their product. I think they're really fun. I think they're great. I think they went way over the top. They did way too much, way too fast, and it was all due to the pandemic. And now they're being faced with the true facts. And the true facts smell like shit. Don't even make a joke. I smell good right now.
I wasn't going to make a joke about
I saw
you
your eyes
smelling.
move around. Okay, no. I'm just saying.
You smell like
things aren't looking so good.
Yeah, it's really discouraging as a collector because I do love Funko. I love the products that they make. I love the friendships that I've made through collecting. And I just feel like they're self-sabotaging. I don't really know how to feel. Like, part of me doesn't really care about all of the Pops that I have anymore. Like,
used to be street cred when you said you had 1,500 Funko Pops. Now you just look like a dumb piece of shit.
It's very sad.
Have you noticed Funko News social media accounts aren't getting as much likes and attention as they used to?
Yes.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I have noticed a serious decline. If you follow a lot of those different huge Funko news sources, go and look at them and then go back like as far as a year, you'll see a major difference. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a super big difference in how many people are commenting and how many people are liking the post. And it's all because back then it was super fun. Things were more limited.
And more people were about sellouts.
Exactly. People were complaining that Funko wasn't making enough and they needed to make more. And Funko said, well, your wish is granted. We're just going to make everything. We're going to make a lot of it. And now here we are. Funko in financial ruin.
Well, with that being said, do we think this has more to do with Funko's decisions or the consumers begging for more?
I think it's a mix of both, but I think Funko decided to go head first into making a ton of stuff when the pandemic happened, and that is what really did them in. Yeah. Because they were just thinking about doing everything. They bought Mondo. They were just putting their hands in like all of the cookie jars. How can we make money? What can we do? Let's do it all. They're like an octopus. They had a ton of arms. Tentacle arms, and they're just flopping around, and now look at them, ran by a penguin. Feels stupid, doesn't it?
What do you think about Funko being run by a penguin and buying a lot of fish?
And what do you think about this dumbass episode on this stupid channel? Let us know what you think about all that and more in the comment section down below. Thank you for staying until the very end of the video. We really appreciate all of your support. It means the world. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons because you guys are awesome. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Kevin Maxa, Al, Joshua Lerndall, Brendan Rowell, Ralphie'sFunhouse.com, Matthew Matthias, Trina and Travis, Pop Alex 223, David Palama, and Silver-Haired Wolf. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. And remember, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. It helps the channel in a very big way. We love you.